What will happen in the Heavens Saga of Knights of the Zodiac is still a mystery, but there are interesting possibilities for what we might see in the final saga. One of them is the return of 5 legendary knights from Athena's army. However, this time, they will be on Zeus's side. Hello, Knights and Amazons. Welcome to the channel. Always wanted to know, I'm Wes. Today, the atmosphere is full of mystery and anticipation because the new saga of Master Massin Micromoto is just around the corner, with its premiere set for May 14, 2026. And what if I told you that Zeus's army might include some very familiar faces? We're talking about 5 knights from Athena's army who might return as Zeus's angels. That's right, you heard me. Are you curious? So grab your popcorn, comment where you're watching this video from, and let's see what the future of Saint Seiya has in store for us. Message delivered, hit the like button, and let's get into this awesome video. Have you ever stopped to think why, among so many powerful warriors who have passed through the sanctuary, only 5 specific names would be capable of bearing the glories of Olympus and serving directly under the god of gods? That's right, today's topic will shake up everything you know about the power hierarchy in Kurumata's universe. Let's analyze the theory that 5 legendary knights, who theoretically should be resting in peace or suffering eternal punishment, will return in the Heaven Saga. But not on the side we expect. They might come back as Zeus's angels. And for us to understand how these 5 could return, first we need to look at the setting of the Heaven Saga. After Hades' defeat, the balance of the universe was thrown off. The gods of Olympus are not at all happy with humans who dare to raise their hands against a deity. Zeus, the ruler of the heavens, wouldn't just send ordinary soldiers to restore order. He wants the elite. He wants warriors who have already proven they have the military factor. A miracle, but for some reason, they have a connection with the divine or an outstanding debt. Historically, Zeus's angels, or the celestial warriors, wear the Glories. Unlike the gold armors, which are made of orichalcum, germanium, and stardust, the Glories have an even more refined nature adapted for the environment of Mount Olympus. Now imagine these 5 guys using that level of protection. So let's start with the first of them, Aiolos of Sagittarius, the first angel. Let's begin with the greatest hero of the sanctuary. Aiolos died protecting little Athena, but his soul never found complete rest. He always appeared at the most critical moments to lend his power and will to Seiya. But those who saw Aiolos saw the perfect example of loyalty and justice. Aiolos is the symbol of morality. In the timeline, he was the first to understand Saga's schemes and gave his life for justice. And as Zeus's angel, he wouldn't be a classic villain, but someone who believes in Athena. Thus, he could continue following Sauri's orders, even after being resurrected by Zeus. We also have the possibility that Aiolos would be the reincarnation of a sacred angel since the mythological eras. Aiolos has a cosmos that resonates with light, something very close to what Zeus represents. Imagine the atomic thunder powered up by the power of an Olympic angel. He would be the natural leader of this unit, the angel of unshakable justice. Here's where things get interesting. Saga de Gemeos is known as the man who has the power to crush galaxies. He lived a hell on Earth with his split personality and died seeking forgiveness. In the Hades saga, he returned as a specter to try to warn Athena about her armor, because Zeus would choose her. It's simple. Saga is a natural strategist and has a level of combat that rivals the gods. Zeus could offer Saga the chance to erase his past sins in exchange for his eternal servitude. The Galaxian explosion is a technique that manipulates the energy of the universe, something that Zeus rightfully masters. As an angel, Saga would no longer have the conflict between good and evil. He would be the embodiment of divine judgment. His glory as a celestial twin would be something visually striking, perhaps reflecting the cosmic order that Zeus values so much. Saga would probably confront the bronze saints in order to test them and see if they were prepared for the battle against the gods. Knight number 3, Shaka of Virgo, the link with the divine. To talk about Shaka is to talk about someone who is practically a god already. Among men, the Virgo saint is the one closest to God. Shaka has always had a detached view of the material world. If there is someone who would understand Zeus's plans as a cosmic necessity, That person could be Shaka. He wouldn't fight out of hatred, but out of understanding that the cycle of eras requires the intervention of Olympus. Shaka, as Zeus's angel, would be the ultimate defense. The treasure of the heavens would not only remove the enemy's senses, but could also seal their souls in dimensions controlled by Zeus himself. He would be Zeus's spiritual advisor on the battlefield, the angel of ultimate truth. Shaka could also be by Zeus's side just for knowing his true intentions. Probably in this saga, Zeus won't really be a villain. Maybe he's looking for who the real evil gods are within Olympus. Night number 4, Orpheus of Lyra, the melody that enchanted the gods. Many may wonder why Orpheus, who is a silver saint, would be resurrected. First, let's remember that Orpheus's power is said to be equivalent to that of many gold saints. He lived in the underworld for years, deceiving Hades himself with his music. Zeus is a lover of the arts and harmony, and Orpheus represents human beauty and tragedy. When brought back as an angel, his music would no longer be a lament for Eurydice, but a war hymn for Olympus. The final chord, played by an angel, would have the power to paralyze even the senses of the most experienced bronze saints. He brings a tactical element that Zeus values, the ability to win without necessarily shedding blood, but only through the vibration of the divine cosmos. And a bargain for Orpheus to fight again could be the complete resurrection of his beloved Eurydice. Night number 5, Mo of Aries, the architect of Glories. Finally, we have Mo, the Knight of Aries. He is the master of telepathy, teleportation, and, most importantly, the only one capable of restoring armors. Want an army working perfectly? It needs someone who understands the structure of the sacred garments. Modus operandi is wisdom and calmness. He has always been the fundamental support to keep the sanctuary from falling into ruins. As Zeus's angel, Mo could be responsible for creating the new glories used by him and his resurrected companions in this saga. His techniques, such as the stellar extinction and the crystal net, would be insurmountable barriers that would protect the gates of Olympus. Mo is not just a warrior, he is a scientist and the divine blacksmith that Zeus would need to ensure his offensive against Earth is flawless. The main theory is that, in reality, Zeus would resurrect these 5 knights to help Athena ascend Mount Olympus. That's right, Zeus would be hiding in the depths of the universe, watching the gods' schemes to destroy Athena and Earth. Therefore, he would send the knights, the resurrected knights, quietly, without anyone knowing that Zeus was helping his daughter in the fight against Olympus. If we look closely, this quintet forms a perfect group. Aiolos, Saga, Shaka, Mu, and Orpheus would be an extremely powerful group of knights with abilities that complement each other in battle. The theory is that the return of these warriors could happen in the Heaven Saga. Kurumada is preparing something that goes beyond a simple fight between good and evil. It's a clash of ideologies, duties, and intertwined destinies. So, what do you think? Would these 5 really be Zeus's chosen ones? Or would you put another gold saint on this list? Share your opinions so I can know. And of course, thank you for watching this video until the end, and see you next time. Burn your cosmos to infinity.